Alright, so today I'm back with another Blue Lock Leak video, and today we will go over chapter 288, which is extremely short. However, we got some spicy things in this chapter. We saw that Yukimiya will be the one going in for Igarashi, and then we will see an insane triple attack with him, Isagi, and Kaiser, who are looking to be the next furious trio to look out for. Before actually going into the video, I have to clarify that for this week, we got 8 pages of leaks to go over, which is a big difference as we usually have around 16. However, this is all due to the mangaka, otherwise known as Nura, and his illness. Now, I'm unsure if the real chapter will be 8 pages or not, but regardless, let's all wish Nura a speedy recovery so he can be back and draw our favorite egoist again. Also, if you want to check out the leaks for yourself, I will put a link down in the comments where you can look at them. Anyway, now that I have clarified that, let's go over what we have for this week. For chapter 288, also called Death Game, we started off with Isagi leaving Igarashi, who's left still crying on the field. The text says that Igarashi sheds tears after receiving the regretful order to be replaced. Isagi shoulders his will and returns to the fierce battle. However, that's far from everything, as the commentator says. Here we go. The man who is coming in for Igarashi is a super fast dribbler with glasses, which, I mean, is self-explanatory. We see Yukimiya take off his jacket, put on his glasses, and then go out to the field. This was pretty logical, though, and it really was the only player Noah could put in, as I said in my last video. Anyway, Yukimiya goes in, adjusts his glasses, and says, "The Apostle of Victory. Let's do this." Now, I was curious what Yukimiya meant by apostle, so I tried to search, but I was a bit confused. From what I gathered, an apostle was one of Jesus' disciples, but I'm unsure if that's who he's referring to. We also see that Yukimiya will go in as a wing on the left side while Ness is still occupying the right wing. Isagi is eyeing Yukimiya as he enters, and he says that with him on the field, the breaking power on the left side will explode. He looks over at Nova and says that instead of defending, they are adding an offensive player, meaning that with this, it's an order from Noah to get out there and finish the game. Isagi then looks extremely fired up as he looks toward the street dribbler and tells him, "Let's go." He also thinks that, other than victory, he doesn't need any other outcome, which we can see from his decisions lately. Yukimiya then also tells Isagi, "Let's go." I'm kind of happy to have Yukimiya in again, as the last time was in the Manshine City game. I'm pretty sure, when they scored that absolutely insane goal with each other. Also, in this panel, we have a small glimpse of the bench, where we see both Corona and Igarashi sitting. Corona is kind of looking away but still has his arm around Igarashi, consoling him, which I thought was pretty sweet of our favorite Shark Boy. After that, we get back into the fierce action as Gagamaru kicks the ball extremely high up the field and says that it's now a sure win. The ball goes straight to Yukimiya, who traps it amazingly. However, we see that he has a scary Tokimitsu coming right for him, so he has to act quickly. Isagi sees Yukimiya alongside Kaiser and says, "There, it's my moment with Kaiser." Isagi then says that they will build a rational and destructive three-way relationship that leads to victory, which we also get to see. As Kaiser runs up to Yukimiya's side, he gets a pass right away to let Yukimiya try and get past Tokimitsu. Kaiser then passes to Isagi, who sends it back. Isagi also thinks that Yukimiya's dribbling speed tears through the enemy and that he, Kaiser, and Yukimiya will rationally and quickly build a masterpiece of weaving together an attack. We then surprisingly get into the mind of the analytical Karasu, who's a bit annoyed that it's going so smoothly for Bastard Munchen. He says that annoying players have increased and that Yukimiya's dribbling is like getting through empty spaces all by himself. He looks at the team and says that the entire team has started moving together and that the current Bastard Munchen is like a demon with a golden acceleration device. Which, I don't know why, but it just sounds so goddamn cool, especially when it's coming from Karasu himself. After that, Karasu says that if Yukimiya breaks through, his speed and dribbling will be targeted. He says that that's the thing he's going to hunt, which turns out to be exactly what he does. As Yukimiya sends the pass towards Isagi, Karasu comes out of nowhere and says that he will coordinate with Tokimitsu and steal this pass. However, everyone's expressions turn into pure shock as Yukimiya himself catches up to his own pass, I think, and takes control of it before Karasu can steal it from Isagi. Karasu is left speechless, wondering how Yukimiya got there. Now, this was a bit confusing, but I'm pretty sure that was what happened. Unfortunately, we arrive at the final page, where we can see Yukimiya being an absolute beast and actually destroying the whole of PXG with his insane speed and dribbles. Karasu says that Yukimiya is showing off as if it's a pass combination to break through on his own instead of passing it to Isagi. Isagi also sees this and immediately gets a shocked expression as he says that Yukimiya was using his and Kaiser's movements to basically use them to make himself shine. Isagi notes that Yukimiya wants to be the best and that egoists outwitting and competing with each other is exciting. We see Isagi's expression go from shocked to fired up, ready to give it all now that a new powerhouse has come onto the pitch. Sadly, I have some unfortunate news. There will be a break next week. I know we just had one, but we have to think about Nura and what's best for him. Also, the rest of the chapter will be published in the official chapter drop, so it'll probably be around 10 pages. This isn't the most exciting news, as this chapter was quite small, but at least we got something before Christmas, right?